What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel for another Steam Deck video. We're taking a look at LEGO Horizon Adventures here from Sony, of course, and the game's running really great on the Steam Deck. It is a verified title and low, medium, high, and a variation of TSR, and we're able to get some pretty good performance out of it. So I'm going to spend some time on the settings in the beginning of the video here, kind of talking about where you might want to head depending on the performance you're looking for, and then I'll leave you guys with a bunch of gameplay so you can see the performance there. But as we get into it here, I want to take a look at the options, and we'll take a look at a bunch of different scenarios here as we're at the first, well, not the first village, really your social hub that you'll be at a lot. We don't have any FSR in this game, so TSR is what we got, but luckily TSR works really well and has some pretty good image quality, so we'll be using that here because native 100% doesn't typically work out. We'll start off with high, but we're going to take a look at low, medium, and high here in the game and talk a little bit about what to expect with your performance for your settings. So just here at our normal hub before we get out into any missions, which actually tend to run better than this area sometimes, we're at about 36 FPS. If we go in here and we take TSR from 50%, which is the preset, all the way up to 100%, just to show you what that's like there. And you can't turn the TSR off. It's going to use AA one way or another. Here you'll be at about 18 FPS, and obviously it just doesn't work out, and I'll show you that in low later on as well. If we come down to 80% on that, we'll come up to about 23, and that's why 50% and high is kind of the lowest you wind up really wanting to go there. And luckily image quality is good enough on the smaller screen on the deck to pull that off. So 36 FPS sitting here, sitting still on high. Let's take a look at some of the other settings though. I'm going to go in here and go to the medium preset, which would be 40% TSR. I don't like anything under 50% in this game, but this will take you to about 54 FPS sitting here, a little bit higher in other areas. And it just doesn't look great. You'll start getting more of that ghosting and pixelation and stuff you're getting from the upscaling. So 50% is the lowest I really like to go in the game. You lose a few more FPS here. The game is super sensitive to the upscaling and the resolution and everything being GPU bound most of the time here. But yeah, I think it just looks better overall when you do that. And if we go 70% on medium, we'll come down to about the same performance as high at 50%. So just keep that in mind. It's kind of a trade-off going from low, medium, and high, and what TSR you use to getting the picture quality or clarity you want versus the graphics that you want. But honestly, I think being a Lego game, this game looks fine in low anyway, which is what we've got here. But they use 30% TSR, and you can see the trailing and ghosting of that NPC as if they're leaving part of themselves behind as they walk around. And it gets pretty rough. Again, anything under 50%, I don't like it in the game for TSR. So go back to 50 though on low, and that can get us closer to that 60 FPS just in this area. And of course will vary depending on where you're at. So that should give you a good idea, an indicator where you might want to head there. And then if we take a look at that 100%, we can be around 30, 31 here, but this doesn't hold up as you get on into the game. You'd probably be highest 80% TSR at low, but that'll give you some pretty good image quality. I believe you'll see some gameplay like that in the video as well. Epic doesn't really work out, so I'm not really going to mess with that here. I'm going to switch back to that high preset, which will take us back to that 36 FPS here. So hopefully this longer explanation of settings gives those of you that want to know a little bit more of an idea where you want to head between TSR percentages and low, medium, or high to get the clarity / performance and visuals that you want to get out of the game. But I'm going to leave you guys with some gameplay here. I'll put the settings up on the screen so you know what you're looking at. That way you can see some real world in-game play here with these settings for the performance without me talking your ear off. But anyways, hopefully that gave you a decent explanation of where you want to head with your settings, guys. Thanks a lot for coming to check out the video as always, and enjoy the rest of the gameplay.
My favorite thing about being in a cult is probably all the cult music.
You won't be bothering anyone now.
Hey! Ooh. Here I come!
Have only been around for the last 50 years. We've been invaded, and it's time to fight back.
Ha! Take that!
Dragon attack! Go!
Whoa! Perfect dismount.
Intruder!
Watch out below! The view must be amazing from up there. I finally caught up with you. You don't mind me jumping on? Woohoo!